how I set up my morning so I can stay on time in clinic and practice good medicine. Yeah, everything is going really, really well. Even though you're scheduled for 30 patients. So I wanted to give you guys a couple of shortcuts when you're prepping your charts, especially when you're working for a FQHC and you have 30 people on your schedule. Oh goodness, they're practicing ROTC over there, but nonetheless, in the mornings, you're going to have to make a decision. I know people want to get paid for all of their time, but for your sanity, I would tell you in the mornings to arrive about 20 minutes early and scan the beginning morning to lunchtime. And the night before, scan the area from lunch on. Find out who you can get off your schedule, who you can change to telephonic or virtual. The next morning, have a really quick meeting with your medical assistant. And prior to that, what you're going to do is, for example, if you have a hospital follow-up, if you have the records, when you have Epic, if you look to it'll have the name, the reason for their appointment, it'll be a little bitty sticky note there. Because you don't want to start charting in your note, because then you're going to have to write an erroneous encounter, which is going to be the bane of your existence. Trust me when I tell you. So what you're going to do is go to the little yellow note area, and then you're going to start documenting things down about the appointment that you need to reference. For example, a big one for me is the diagnostics, and to make sure that there's no incidental findings. Also, what the plan of care was from the emergency room. Sometimes they found something incidental and they would recommend a referral or some type of a higher level of imaging that they couldn't do at the emergency room. So you want to make sure that you have that posted so you can be able to review that and go over it with the client if they show up. Then another thing I can tell you, that's a secret, and it also saves you a lot of time, because by the time you go in and do your note, you can just actually go into that sticky note, highlight it, copy and paste it into your note. Easy breezy, you're done with that note in about 4 or 5 minutes, honestly. At this FQHC that I'm working at, they do not allow the locums to have DAX or the AI ability to help you with the documentation. I really don't know why they won't do that. And even if you pay for your own through Epic, they won't allow you to use it. Not at this FQHC. So the only thing I do have is my Dragon. So that's where your dot codes are going to come in very, very handy. So after that, what I would also recommend is that midway through, around closer to lunchtime, have a quick 5 to 10 minute powwow with your medical assistants to be able to structure the end of the day and the beginning of the morning. Sometimes it can change, but at least you'll know what you're getting into. So those are some things that are very, very important. How is my week, going into my week 4, been? It is, I'm really pleasantly surprised, honestly. So I have 30 patients on my schedule, which is honestly unrealistic. So it's unrealistic to do physicals and hospital follow-ups and things of that nature in 15 minutes. It really is. However, if you have them set up your template right, it is doable, because of the 30 people, you may actually see 24 to 26 people a day, which is not too bad if you have some Epic experience. If you don't, I would not recommend you starting out at a FQHC, because you will drown, being honest. So if you're a locum, or if you're interested in becoming a locum, please send me a message. Let me know. I can give you some pointers. I am still considered really new, because I've been doing this less than 3 years. So I have a fresh outlook on it. I haven't been jaded with some things yet. So hopefully I'll hear from some of you guys. If any of you are in this area of Northern California, we can always plan a meetup time. We can do a locums meetup, okay? So have a good day, guys. Bye.
Rest your head, close your eyes.